You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Trump aide reveals the 4 a.m. phone calls that result in his most questionable policies, based on an article by Sarah K. Burris. Midnight calls, empty airports, and the Loyalist state. Sleep is not the story. The reporting fixes on Trump's erratic hours, but that is the least important fact here. The real issue is that a president is allegedly making operational decisions by phone in the middle of the night, while the people around him reward every impulse with praise and implementation. That is not governance. It is a loyalty machine with government branding. Trump is not described here as consulting institutions, demanding analysis, or testing tradeoffs. He is described making up policy in real time, with staff too compliant to say no. That is the point. Power runs through the yes men. Tom Homan is the clearest example of how the system works. He is not presented as an independent official shaping policy from evidence or law. He is presented as a man who answers the president at 4 a.m. and calls an idea brilliant before being told he is now running it. That tells you who actually has agency. Trump issues the impulse, Homan validates it, and the bureaucracy scrambles to obey. The structure rewards submission, not competence. The more absurd the idea, the more valuable the flatterer becomes. Airports became theater. The ICE in airports episode is the perfect case study. During a partial shutdown, TSA agents were furloughed, ICE officers were sent to airports, and the result was predictably stupid. Agents wandering around, standing there, and watching TSA do the work. The source notes that ICE had no training as TSA agents, which is exactly why this should never have happened. This was not policy designed to solve a problem. It was a stage prop for presidential performance. The airport became a set. The officers became extras, and the public was asked to pretend this had something to do with security. The framing is too small. The article treats the story as a revelation about Trump's sleep habits and odd hours. That framing misses the political injury. The dangerous part is not that he stays up late. It is that a major federal apparatus can be bent around whatever pops into his head before dawn, and the people under him will call it vision. That is how authoritarian politics normalizes itself, not only through open brutality, but through absurdity that gets treated as personality. The weirdness becomes a distraction from the fact of command. ICE should not exist. If the story involves ICE, the conclusion should not be better oversight or stricter training. ICE is the problem. It is a coercive arm built for cruelty, political theater, and racialized enforcement. And this airport stunt is another reminder that the agency's existence invites exactly this kind of abuse. When a president can redeploy ICE as a symbolic accessory during a shutdown, the institution has already failed its democratic purpose. Abolish ICE, the real pattern. What this story reveals is a government run through narcissism, deference, and improvisation. Power sits at the top, but responsibility gets pushed downward onto loyalists who are rewarded for never resisting. The outcome is not just bad policy. It is the conversion of federal force into a personality cult's prop department. That is the larger pattern, not chaos, but disciplined submission to chaos from above. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternet for today's article, with the automated voice of Joe. Thanks for listening.